In just a few weeks, Penn State's Levi Haynes is going to be wrestling at the Senior World Championships in Zagreb, Croatia. And Levi represents kind of the overall theme for Team USA, which is youth, a lot of talent, a lot of excitement. But we have 7 first-time world team members on this team, Levi Haynes being one of them. And now for Levi, you think of this guy, all right, he's just finished his junior year. He's a national champion for Penn State. He's going to his senior year. Anymore, someone with that description is probably 23, 24 years old now in this day and age of college wrestling. Well, Levi Haynes just turned 21, still incredibly young in his freestyle career. And it's a major, major achievement to make a world team at this young. And it's maybe overshadowed a little bit by the fact that Jax Force and PJ Duke were high schoolers that made the world team. But those two aside, it's still really special to be on the team. And now for Levi, we know what he is going to bring to the table. Intense pace, hard physicality, a relentless approach. The question is that going to be enough against a very, very good 79-kilogram field? Now, there's one big dog at this weight class, and then I think there's a pretty big tier that Levi Haynes may belong in. Now, you look at the gold medal favorite is Usmanov of Russia. Now, he was the 2023 world champion. And in 2024, he went up to 86 to try to make the Olympic team. And the way the Russians do their pick their world team, well, it's different for every weight class and scenario. But for this case, they gave the world team spot to the guy that won 79 kilograms at Russian Nationals. And a lot of the best 79 contenders were up at different Olympic weight classes, including Usmanov. And they didn't give him any kind of wrestle-off opportunity to try to make 79. So they just sent not their best guy last year. He didn't win. Usmanov's back, and he's bad. Let's be honest. This guy can wrestle from everywhere. Extremely powerful. Quick strike, post double leg. A lot of his attacks are left side. Great counter wrestler, head pinch. He's the complete package, and he's a pretty daunting favorite at this weight class. But he's unseeded, so he's going to be randomly dropped into this bracket, as is Levi Haynes, who is also unseeded at this weight. While he's the favorite, there's a number of contenders, and Nakoti of Iran, and maybe he belongs in that contender tier with Usmanov. This is a guy with a win over Jordan Burroughs. He's a multiple world medalist. He's a tough out. He's someone that Levi Haynes is going to have his hands full with if he ends up matched up against him, just because very accomplished, hard guy to score on, and those defensive stalwarts with good tanks, those are going to be the toughest matchups for Levi Haynes, in my opinion. I think those guys are tough to open up. They're really tricky to finish on. We kind of saw that for Levi against Kugio Metsidis of Greece in the tournament this summer. Levi's getting in, but the finishes were tough to come by. But I really love that Levi had that experience of feeling how tricky some of these foreigners are on those finishes. It's only going to serve him as he moves forward. A couple other really tough guys. You've got Evloev of Tajikistan. Now, Kugio Matsidis, we call him Kugi and Flo. I don't know if he is down with that nickname, but it saves a lot of time. He beats Levi, and then Levi is hoping Kugi makes it to the final, so Levi gets pulled back in. But this Evloev guy, counter, scramble, looked like a folk-style sequence. He pins Kugi, and then that eliminated Levi Haynes. But I really feel like Levi could have gone on to win bronze at that ranking series event. So with that in mind, that's another tough guy in this field. You've got Gam Kurlidze, who's 2023 world silver. You've got Ukraine, Tajikistan also in the mix. And for you American fans, he's not representing Team USA, but Mikey Labriola from Nebraska, or he's actually from Pennsylvania, wrestled at Nebraska, and now coaches at Rutgers. He's going to be representing Puerto Rico at 79 kilograms. Mikey's really, really tough guy. I'm excited to see what he can do at the World Championships. But for Levi Haynes, as you look at the seeding, where do you want to be? How do you want to be seeded? Well, you've got Evloev and Nakoti at the 4 and 5, along with Gulayev of Slovakia as the top seed. I think being on that bottom side is probably going to be a benefit. Of course, I already mentioned that Usmanov of Russia is going to be looming as an unseeded wrestler as well. So he could be on the bottom side as well. If Levi were to be there, then that becomes a less than fortuitous draw for Levi Haynes. But we know what Levi Haynes can do. Great reattacks. If you take a bad shot, he's going to punish that. He's physical in the hand fight, very heavy hips. He's got his right-handed single leg. He's got his outside step high crotch. The question is, does he have the speed, the timing to get in on those shots against these elite foreigners? We know he can do it at the collegiate level. We know he can do it here domestically. But there's just a difference in that international level. I think Levi is absolutely a contender here because unlike a lot of the other weights where you think about 70 kilograms, it's a weight that goes 11, 12 deep. It's not necessarily the case for 79 kilograms. This is one of the more cleared out weight classes. A lot of the guys that were contending here last year are not in the field. So I think that, and the fact that he's got a win over Saypudinov, who is ranked 7th right now. Levi Haynes is currently ranked 6th in the world. So it's not a big stretch to think that Levi could be wrestling for a medal at his very first World Championships. I think that would be an incredible, incredible achievement. If we get serious production from Levi Haynes here at this weight class, that bodes so well for this team race where the United States of America is trying to get on top of the podium at the World Championships. After a tough 2024, this young team is trying to prove that Team USA is at the top, towards the top, bringing home a trophy for Team USA. So 79 kilograms, there's good reason for hope for Levi Haynes. A lot of belief, and you gotta assume that Levi's best version of himself is gonna be on display in Croatia in just a couple weeks. I'm gonna be watching. I can't wait to see how he does. How do you think Levi Haynes does in his first ever World Championships?